we should take ownership of our environment. We should pamper it, nurture it, and treat it well. Not defecating in the open, not weighing in the open, not dumping the waste wherever it suits us.
See us Lagos clean.
But to see Lagos as ours and to collectively fix it.
The Ministry of Environment, them they work day and night.
In exactly 21 days, Lagos State will kick off its monthly sanitation exercise. Residents are expected to keep their surroundings clean, even as movements will not be restricted during the exercise. We'll bring you more details shortly. This is the Lagos Environment. I am a Biarido Buba, and I'll be your host.
We are for Lagos State. Ayo, come and see, Papa, Mama. See the road is good, see us water clean. No yama yama, drainage walk, gutter flow. Brother, sister, no more beggy. See the land is green, no clean environment. Now the Lagos where we dream, oh, now him with the see, oh, now him with the see you. Dalu, oh, Eshe, oh, Nagode.
As the countdown to the Lagos State monthly sanitation exercise begins, the Ministry of the Environment is engaging key stakeholders to ensure its success. Over the past week, the 57 local government chairmen and transport unions met with the ministry, pledging their support for the initiative. Here's the story.
Saturday, 14th of March 2026, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, and the Commissioner for the Environment, Tokunbo Wahab, practically demonstrated how to take responsibility for keeping the environment clean. Right there on the Mushin-Agege Motor Road corridor, a bustling high-traffic commercial area in Lagos, the governor officially announced the return of the monthly environmental sanitation exercise nearly 10 years after it was suspended.
In a city as large and dynamic as Lagos, of course, maintaining a clean and healthy environment must remain a collective civic duty.
Weeks later, the Ministry of Environment began engaging key stakeholders across the state. Conversations focused on one goal: Lagos must be clean. The two-day meeting started with all 57 local government chairmen in the state and some members of the executive. In a population of more than 20 million people, engaging leaders at the grassroots is crucial. Their leadership across communities remains critical to the successful takeoff and overall sustenance of the reintroduced monthly environmental sanitation exercise.
If the major people cannot, they are in each local government, they will come and take them.
As the state warms up for the kickoff of the exercise, the logistics and operational frameworks designed to ensure efficiency and sustainability were carefully explained by the environment boss.
That's why we're having this meeting, to rub mind to see where those challenges are. Challenges about cutting the waste, and we are working on that with Loma and some other government agencies that have the wherewithal, that have the trucks, and then from cutting to the dump site. So this is why we're having this meeting today.
Although the reintroduced sanitation exercise will not involve restriction of movement, residents are strongly encouraged to actively participate in cleaning their homes, surroundings, markets, and business premises.
We want an engagement. We want a civic buy-in. So you won't talk about enforcement. I've made this very clear. We want people to own it. And that's why we want to build consensus about how the environment should look, how we should treat our environment, and why we should give up 2 hours. If our market women are doing 3 hours every week, every Thursday, and it has never failed, why can't we do 2 hours a month?
So I'm happy that this is happening, and obviously if we sustain it.
Stakeholders at the meeting expressed readiness to support the initiative.
Simple agenda, we must work towards it.
Chairman of the Conference 57, Honorable Abdullahi Sheson Olowa, assured that council chairmen across the state will lead by example, pledging their full commitment to the success of the initiative.
With aggressive campaign and awareness, I believe a significant number, would be part of this exercise. And those who are, reluctant to join, of course, if there are extreme cases, we can deal with. But we're going to use a lot of persuasion and all of that, and also demonstrating, by showing example. As council chairman, we are going to lead in the cleaning exercise. And so when the people see us cleaning ourselves, mobilizing the people, I believe others will join. We are starting now, but subsequently the culture of going back to clean our environment is something that every Lagosian must embrace.
Barely 24 hours after the meeting, the ministry engaged transport union leaders, including the National Union of Road Transport Workers and the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria. The unions pledged their unwavering support, assuring the ministry of maximum cooperation to guarantee compliance and public participation.
My association, as a major stakeholder, we are transport owners. We are fully committed to support the policy, the new policy. So we stretch our hand, we try our possible best to support the policy of the governor to make sure the environment is clean and to enforce our driver to comply with the policy of Lagos State government. Some of the market women, they use our park for their businesses and all that. We will always enforce them to clean the marketplace before they can shade their markets in the morning. We have been doing that before now, but now we will still try our possible best to enforce those laws that nobody is going to shade any market without cleaning the gutter, the environment when they want to sell their markets.
This reintroduction of this sanitization is just a kind of a recandle to us. It's something that people have been doing before, but now we see it as a kind of recandle, like bringing it back into the to Lagos State. So it's not a new thing, it's what we have been doing before. And I want to assure you as an organization that we are ever ready to support government to clean up Lagos State environment. It's for the use and good of all of us staying in Lagos.
Altogether, it was a fruitful meeting that signaled the beginning of a major turnaround in Lagos environmental management.
And it's just to sensitize them with respect to the reintroduction of the monthly environmental sanitation. And I'm glad they are all on board with us and they are ready to make the state cleaner, saner. And I'm glad we just had this meeting.
With 14,000 metric tons of waste generated daily, Lagos is set to tackle its waste management challenges through collective action as it revives the culture of sanitation across the state.
You're still watching the Lagos environment. As Lagos continues to expand, protecting drainage systems and natural water channels has become even more critical than ever, especially in fast-developing areas like Lekki. Illegal encroachments, blocked drainages, and wetland reclamation can turn rainfall into flooding if left unchecked. In our next report, we take you across the Lekki axis to see ongoing drainage works, inspections, and measures being put in place to address these encroachments and reduce flood risks. Please watch.
Lagos is a city shaped by water. From its lagoons and rivers to its wetlands and drainage channels, water determines how the city lives, moves, and grows. But when these natural pathways are blocked or taking over, water finds its own way, often with serious consequences. In fast developing corridors like Lekki, flooding remains a growing challenge. And in response to this, the Lagos State government is stepping up action to protect drainage infrastructure and reduce flood risk. Across Ogombo, Ikate, the Mobile area, Mobile Road, Kushenla and adjoining communities, enforcement teams led by the Commissioner for the Environment are on ground, inspecting ongoing drainage projects and flood-prone locations. Intelligence reports of interference with major drainage alignments, particularly System 46, prompted inspections in this area. To prevent further interference, the state is clearly demarcating the drainage alignment with signposts, reinforcing its status as protected public infrastructure.
For the wetlands, we agreed that we should put our signposts. We had stopped them before now, sometime in December. We want to put a signpost there so they know they should not even try do whatever they are doing to protect that alignment. It's about our third time of coming to Kushenla together. And after our second visit, we awarded the work to be done at Kushenla, not just drainage work, but a pump station. Because you will notice that the alignment, the drainage was properly done from the junction of Kushenla Road to a point where we stopped the other time. And afterwards, we realized a lot of things that happened. They had done extension. Our own regional road is also coming through this part of the area. So we agreed to do the drainage, collector, and then put a pump station that will be discharging into that freedom alignment. And then we also want to see how we can capture this to the flood into the same ongoing construction.
Attention is also focused on System 44, where earlier contraventions were removed from the drainage alignment. Despite those interventions, flooding continues along Mobile Road, prompting further assessment on site. Findings show that temporary damming of upstream and downstream sections created to support construction work restricted water flow. Contractors are now accelerating work to remove these obstructions, with about 800 meters remaining on both ends leading to the Kota River. But drainage construction alone is no longer enough. With rapid urban development across the Lekki axis, the scope of work is expanding to include electromechanical installations and the construction of a pump station, infrastructure designed to significantly improve flood discharge capacity.
You all know the history of System 44 2 years ago, when we resumed and we had to remove some contraventions on that, built on that alignment. Thankfully, the contractor had been on site for a while, and they are even still on site today, Sunday. We got complaint that a portion of the road gets flooded perpetually. That's on that Mobile Road. And we realized they dammed the upstream in between, and then they dammed the downstream to allow them to do construction work. But we've said to them they should just hasten up the work, the pace of the work, so that they can remove the dammed area and move to other areas. They have about 800 meters to complete the upstream, about 800 meters to the Kota River at the downstream sector.
Beyond drainage systems, the inspection reveals additional environmental pressures. Illegal sand filling is taking place along parts of Mobile Road, while shanties are emerging along the coastal road corridor. Wetlands, often mistaken for empty land, act as natural buffers against flooding. When they are reclaimed or built over, water has nowhere to go, increasing flood risk for surrounding communities. something has to be done.
On our way back, we saw behind conservation a massive shanty springing up there. Now, Coastal Road belongs to federal government, so the first thing we have to do is by tomorrow we communicate with the Federal Ministry of Works, their state controller, to tell him our observation, and then we tell him what we intend to do. Because if you move them out of that point, from experience, they go down somewhere else again. So we must have a very coordinated approach to it, and it's a major eyesore. What we saw there is a major eyesore. We have to just balance it out. They want shelter, humanity, empathy, then security of lives and property. We don't even know them. That's our worry, and it's picking up so fast. And they're also burning up stuff behind that conservation area that we believe is affecting the animals. Conservation area.
Project timelines are now under review. While the drainage works were originally planned for 24 months, the addition of pump stations and electromechanical systems may extend completion by about a year. With the 2026 rainy season drawing closer, climate change continues to shape the city's weather patterns. Persistent rainfall in recent months highlights the need for resilient infrastructure and stronger public compliance with environmental regulations.
The rain has not even stopped. It's been raining all through December and January. So which means whoever tells us climate change is not real or global warming is not real, is just playing the ostrich. So what we can do is keep the advocacy up, keep ramping up the resilient infrastructure we want to provide for the citizens, and let them take ownership of those infrastructure. Also appeal to them to be of good conduct. Don't take your waste and drop in the drainage or on the median. It ends up somewhere. And then we just keep doing what we have to do as a state.
Lagos continues to expand, and with that growth comes responsibility. Protecting drainage systems, wetlands, and water infrastructure is no longer optional. It is essential. Through enforcement, innovation, and collective responsibility, Lagos is keeping water moving, reducing flood risk, and safeguarding lives, property, and the future of the city. In a city built on water, protecting the flow means protecting Lagos itself.
April 4th, the countdown to the April 25th kickoff of Lagos State's monthly sanitation exercise continues. Residents have exactly 3 weeks to prepare for the exercise. And so we've hit the streets to gauge the level of readiness towards the exercise. Here are their views.
So far, government gave order. We have to respect government. Yes, after cleaning my house, I will move up to my business place to keep it clean. So far, there is movement. I will go and clean up my place.
I will participate because I don't like dirty. So as a woman, I need to keep my home clean. So to avoid infection or contacts, I have kids. No, it's for our own good. You understand? It's not for government. We are doing it for ourselves.
Lagos, because of the population, I will tell you, is not clean as it ought to. So I'm one of those people that really ask of the environmental to commence. Because one thing I know is cleanliness is next to godliness. You keeping your environment clean will save you from all sorts of diseases, illnesses. So many of those things, illnesses that occur is as a result of dirty environment. So if the government, in their own wisdom, can come out and fathom out that we should be cleaning our environment better, it's good.
That environmental on Saturday, I never do before, but now the start I can do.
I will participate. Nobody's above government, so I will participate on it. The state should be able to keep the environment clean, tidying up everywhere. That is the duty of the citizens.
As a Lagosian, I'm always keeping my environment clean. So yes, this is what we actually, it's like a culture in Lagos actually, when it comes to environmental, right? Yeah, so it's something that is a part of us. Even without telling people do this. But you can have a collective gathering on a day, on a specific day, which is very, very okay. All I just think the Lagos State government needs to do is just to make more awareness.
Did you know that maintaining a clean environment in Lagos is not just a responsibility, but a legal requirement? The Lagos State government has established environmental laws to prevent flooding, protect public health, and ensure proper sanitation across the state. Rule number 1. Dumping refuse in drains, canals, and waterways is strictly prohibited. Blocked drainage systems are a major cause of flooding, especially during heavy rainfall. Rule number 2. Individuals caught dumping waste illegally or blocking drainage channels may face fines, penalties, or other enforcement actions as prescribed by the law. These measures are designed to deter behavior that contributes to environmental hazards. Rule number 3. Improper waste disposal and poor sanitation can lead to flooding, water contamination, and the spread of diseases. Keeping drainage channels clear is essential for protecting lives and maintaining a safe environment. Rule number 4. Agencies such as the Lagos Waste Management Authority and the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps continue to enforce environmental laws, monitor compliance, and carry out public awareness campaigns. Residents are encouraged to support these efforts by disposing of waste properly and reporting environmental violations.
As Lagos faces both development changes and climate challenges, cooperation between government and residents remain essential. Through planning, enforcement, and public awareness, the state continues to work towards a cleaner, safer, and more resilient environment. Now, the Honorable Commissioner for the Environment shares a message on what residents can do to support these efforts.
You can't separate all this success story in the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action from Governor Olusola Sanwo-Olu's Teams Plus agenda. The Teams Plus agenda is the fulcrum, is the foundation upon which we are building all this. And I'm going to say this to the world, I'm going to say this to the Lagosians. The governor is so passionate about the state. The governor is so passionate about the environment. And the governor had always said to all of us, we have to leave this place better than we met it.
Ministry of Environment, them they work it day and night.
Environmental sanitation is a shared responsibility. As Lagos State prepares for the reintroduction of the monthly sanitation exercise, the role of every resident becomes even more important. From keeping our surroundings clean to ensuring drainage channels are free of waste, our daily actions directly impact public health, flood prevention, and the overall well-being of our communities. Residents are encouraged to report environmental concerns, complaints, or observations to the Ministry of the Environment through its dedicated communication channels. Together, we can build a cleaner, safer, and more resilient Lagos. That's all from us this week on the Lagos Environment. Join us again next week for more stories shaping a better environment for us all.
See us Lagos clean. See us Lagos green. Oh. The Ministry of Environment. Them they work it day and night. Thank you.